Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. You guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or drop a video. Going to be live tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing NCAA 2013 and also talking a little Vol football. And I hope you guys show up for that tonight because we got a lot of questions, and that's what I'm kind of doing with this video. I had an idea, I had a plan for the video that I wanted to make, but I think I'm just going to talk because you go back just a couple of months ago, it felt like there was this buzz, this energy, even as recent as last week when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to Tennessee's NIL collective. Nico and his alleged $8 million contract, and some people are talking about in the comments, they're tired of hearing about it. They're tired of hearing about the Nico effect. They're tired of hearing about NIL until more guys start to get in the boat. And if you look over the last few weeks, just the last few weeks, Bryson Sanders, in-state offensive lineman. And yeah, depending on who you ask, it sounds like he was further down on Tennessee's recruiting board. But is that an excuse? Is that just a way to make yourself feel better, or is it an accurate statement? It sounds like Bryson Sanders was definitely on Tennessee's radar. He was a take. He was an in-state kid, and that put more of a priority on him, but it sounds like the coaching staff wasn't too upset that he committed to Ole Miss. Vic Burley, a guy that Tennessee prioritized, a guy that Tennessee really wanted to get into the boat, commits to Clemson. And then obviously yesterday, Carnell Tate finally makes his decision official, and we are talking about a guy who was trending heavily to Tennessee, heavily. And again, we talk about NIL and recruiting and how everything has changed. There's a combination here. There's a combination. What type of NIL deal did he get? And look, full transparency, man, when you're on VolQuest, when you're on the message boards and you're trying to figure out how this all played out, and you've got a guy like Brent Hubbs, who I have tremendous respect for. Brent Hubbs, Austin Price, VolQuest, they are the best in the business. But Brent Hubbs talking about the NIL collective and Danny White and saying that they want to separate NIL for incoming recruits and NIL for current players. They do not want to be a part of pay to play. We hear that all across the country, right? Jimbo Fisher, Nick Saban, everybody's talking about it. We don't do it. We don't cheat. And Danny White's playing that game too. You're walking that fine line of pay to play. But then on the flip side from Brent Hubbs, says that Tennessee put together a solid NIL package for Carnell Tate, but Ohio State countered that package. So which is it? What's the truth? What's the reality? Is Tennessee and Alabama and Texas A&M, are they utilizing pay to play? Are they enticing kids to come on campus, or are they not? I feel like I'm at work here. We're going round and round and round, and nobody wants to talk about the truth, and that's the problem with NIL in college football. Nobody really knows what the truth is. But the question is this: has Danny White called off the dogs? Is Danny White concerned because of the mud, because of Jeremy Pruitt? Mud in the water, NCAA, always watching. Should Tennessee say screw the NCAA? Should Tennessee just move forward and do what every other team is doing in the country? Or is there more to it? Is this not about NIL? But I find it very interesting. Tennessee goes out and gets Nico. The rumors of the alleged $8 million contract. All of a sudden, guys like Carnell Tate, Francis Mauigoa, all this top talent, Kyler Casper at one point showing interest to the Vols. What changed? Nick Saban goes to the media. Nick Saban goes to Greg Sankey and says we have to reel in this NIL. No more pay to play. Greg Sankey is going to Congress. Greg Sankey looking to put restrictions in place. And all of a sudden, the momentum seems to halt for Tennessee on the recruiting trail. All of a sudden, Carnell Tate going back to Ohio State. Again, Vic Burley to Clemson. Francis Mauigoa, a guy who was just on campus. And look, it's not over. Francis Mauigoa was on campus for an unofficial visit. Tennessee's going to get that last shot. He will be back on campus for an official visit this weekend. He's going to have his family with him. Nico's going to be in town. Nico's going to have his family with him. We're going to see how good that relationship really is, because as of right now, Francis Mauigoa is showing a lot of love to the University of Florida. Not only that, he was just recently predicted to Southern Cal. So where does Francis Mauigoa stand with the University of Tennessee? Is Tennessee going to be able to close the door? Another one, Christian Conyer, a guy who just a matter of a week or two ago was on an unofficial visit at Kentucky, flashing the VAWLS sign. People want to come in the comments, say it's something else, say it doesn't mean anything. The kid flashed the VAWLS sign. He goes back to Kentucky, takes an official visit, and now we're talking about Christian Conyer, defensive back. Kentucky seems to have all the momentum, and again, he'll be back on campus this weekend. So it's not necessarily time to panic, but there's nothing wrong with asking questions, asking what has changed. Because look, we got a long way to go until December. A long way to go to close out this class of 23. But some of you guys that leave the comments and you say, no, we don't have enough talent, nobody is committing. They do have some talent. Obviously, you got Nico. You've got the #1 player in the state of Tennessee already in the boat. Tennessee has added some nice pieces in the class of 23, but outside of Nico, have you landed that elite talent? Again, there's a difference when we're talking about 5-star prospects, the Carnell Tates, the Francis Mauigoas, the Vic Burleys, the big-time recruits. Are they using Tennessee to get a better NIL deal elsewhere? What is happening? I know I'm spitballing and kind of throwing a whole lot of things at you guys, but that's where my head's at. It's a whirlwind. What is going on in Knoxville right now? But again, still a long way to go. Can they close? As of right now, I'm not raising any red flags. I'm not saying Josh Heupel can't recruit, because some people are already saying it. They're saying, I told you so, Josh Heupel can't recruit. We still have a long way to go. Shandavion Bradley, Tennessee's still in a good spot with the 5-star edge rusher. And again, when you've got Rodney Garner in the game, I think Tennessee has a good shot to land Shandavion Bradley. Again, Francis Mauigoa going to be on campus this weekend for an official visit. Felt pretty good about that one. But then all of a sudden the prediction to USC comes in, and again, Francis Mauigoa, his social media is flooded with Florida. Is he just playing the game? Is he just going through the recruitment, the highs and lows, the official visits? You're always going to show love to that school coming off of an official visit. Where did that prediction to USC come from? Is it cause for concern? Can Tennessee get him back on campus again? How good is that relationship with Nico this coming weekend for the final visit, the last visit? Cam Seldon, big-time athlete. Can Tennessee make up some ground there? I just don't have the confidence that Cam Seldon's going to end up at Tennessee. I hope he does. Amazing athlete, would fit in great in this Josh Heupel offense. Some guys that are probably going to be pulling the trigger pretty soon. John Slaughter, I think he's all vol. I think John Slaughter is all vol. He could pull the trigger at any time. Stanton Ramble made a video on him yesterday morning. Make sure you go back and check that out. Good video on him. I like where Tennessee's at there. He seems to be very happy with his coaching staff, the family dynamic, the culture at Tennessee, but we'll see. Jalen Smith set to commit on July the 10th, just recently was predicted to Tennessee. So I think that's another good one they'll get in the boat. But again, we're talking about depth pieces. We're talking about key pieces to the class. You know, I think as a fan base, we need to get over ourselves. We need to stop criticizing guys because they have a 3-star beside their name. They chose Tennessee. They commit to Tennessee. Let's get behind these guys and support them. But outside of that, I'm not stupid. You've got to be able to land elite talent in order to take that next step. And, you know, talking with somebody yesterday and after the Carnell Tate deal went down, it's why I put so much pressure on Josh Heupel to succeed this year. He's been in the SEC for one season. You know, when you're in a battle, you're in a recruiting battle with Ohio State for one of the top wide receivers in the country. 1 year in the SEC versus look what Ohio State has done. They've got a proven track record. Josh Heupel has got to have success this season and continue to get better on the recruiting trail. Again, we've got a long way to go. A long way to go. I know, again, I hit record and I started talking. I didn't know where I was going to go with this video, but the last 24, 48 hours have kind of been a whirlwind. What is going on in Knoxville? Are you concerned? Hit that comment section and let me know your thoughts. Are you concerned? Has Danny White called off the dogs? Does Spire Sports Group have a leash around their neck? Are they not able to do what they need to do on the recruiting trail? Are these top-tier athletes using Tennessee, using their deep pockets in order to set themselves up at the school that they actually want to go to? They're using it for leverage in the NIL game. Are you concerned? Long way to go. Hit that comment section. Let me know. As always, make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door and go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. NIL Sports, so greatly appreciated. Thank you again to all the new members of the channel. If you want to financially support what we do, hit that join button down below. For as little as 99 cents a month, you can have access to custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, and you would support what we are trying to grow right here on this channel. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.